What the Bulgarian government calmly, professionally, quietly, without unnecessary emotions and without excessive political declarations has achieved was to convince the American administration, the weight of whose sanctions extends far beyond Bulgarian territory, that we will be able in the next 6-month period to comply with the rules imposed by the administration through OFAC, Office of Foreign Assets Control. And the war should not be financed from sources such as the Burgas refinery and the Lukoil group in Bulgaria in general. We are one of those examples, along with a number of other European countries as a result of the war in Ukraine. The sanctions that have been imposed have a very clear aim and objective, namely to end this war. However, after 6 months, a new request for the extension of this derogation shall be made. The issue of sanctions in general, because there are sanctions that Europe is also imposing on Russian assets. Frozen Russian assets are reviewed every 6 months. This is the period when you see how well they are working and how well the objectives behind them are being met. So in April, we will again ask for a derogation. Now, the important task before us is to ensure the timely and normal supply of oil, to make sure that its processing is unhindered and distribution is unhindered as well. We must be very clear that as long as the war continues in Ukraine and the yoga is not stopped, the killing will not stop and the peace talks will not start. Such sanctions by the European Union and by the United States will tighten the noose more and more. This will be subject to review after 6 months. Until then, our great hope is indeed that the Russian Federation will listen to the voice of reason and stop the fire.
Actually, from Greece, Bulgaria, Moldova, Ukraine, Romania, Hungary, and Slovakia. Bulgaria is the first country to take real action, and the Commissioner came on the spot to see for himself that we are at our best and working in full force. What colleagues are doing now is the first welds. 1 kilometer and 800 meters have already been welded with a special technology that is robotic, and in fact, after cleaning, a weld of 5 billion cubic meters is made very precisely. We will already be able to transport 10 billion cubic meters, which is twice the capacity. And here it is important to say that there is a market interest for this to happen, because you know that the European Commission took an initiative, which was also supported by Bulgaria, to stop the transit of Russian gas from the beginning of 2008. So this will be a new route that will give us such an opportunity for Bulgaria to remain on the map as one of the largest gas carriers in the region.
Natural gas will now flow from south to north. Through diversified routes, we will supply natural gas and mainly LNG from Greece, from terminals in Greece, mainly to Ukraine, Moldova, Hungary, Slovakia.
It will be mainly sourced from USHP because of the good prices and good quality and delivery times. Since the beginning of the year, we have already delivered 56 kilograms, which will serve us through the winter months, to cover the country's supplies. But with the construction of this pipeline, Bulgaria will actually be able to become a wide open door for this American gas to reach the heart of Europe.
And the site we are on today is part of the great geopolitical race in the realm of competition. Diversification of sources and routes,